Hi everyone, welcome to Numerana. I am Ana Dorotea, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the energy of August 2021, which brings the energy of the 4. So before we go into August 2021, I would like to do a brief recap of what happened in July 2021. And just remember that July was an energy of the 3. So the 3 was very much of having connection with our inner child, with having fun, with playing, with like vacation time, resting time. And it was much more of a month where we were able to connect with joy, with happiness, with ease. Now, August 2021 comes with a very different energy, which is the energy of the 4. Let's talk about it and what this brings. So before we go into the month of August and what it brings, I just want to remind you all to check out Numerana MX. You can there access the calculator for your own numerology, know what your own energy is, what your own year 2021 is for you. You can also find me in my social media in Instagram and Facebook as Numerana MX for the daily numerology. And also, if you feel called for a personal session and want to know what your numbers are, or for your relationships, or for your business, you can check out calendly.com, and there you will find the different options of sessions, and you can book at your own convenience. So beautiful. Let's go to August, see what this month brings. And we gotta start by saying that August is for everyone a 4 universal month. So this energy of the 4 is the energy that's gonna be moving all throughout this month. We actually have it triple this month, right? We have a triple 4. So the 4 very different than from the 3 of July. The 4 is a number of order, is a number of structure and work, of discipline. So whenever the 4 comes, it's like a little bit like the universe telling us, okay, you had your fun, you had your social commitments, and you had your probably traveling and like vacation time in July. And now August comes more about discipline. The 4 is a number that brings for us an opportunity to restructure aspects of our life that we need to put in order in able to keep on building. So it's like we're building right now foundations on something that we're going to continue to build upon. Very important to say also, the 4 is a number that brings effort. So whenever we have a 4 month, it is a month that feels like completely full, like our schedule is full, we have a lot of appointments, we have a lot of commitments, and the 4 is telling us it's a moment for us to be very mindful of how we structure our time and our energy to be able to fulfill every obligation and responsibility that we have coming up. Now we're going to start with the analysis of the month by looking at what is the central line of the month. So these numbers 8, 5, and 4, right? 8 is the 8th month of August, 5 is the year 2021, and then 4 is the universal month. This tells us that this is a month that comes to bring change and expansion, especially in our 8, which is abundance, and 4, which is our regular structures and our daily habits and day-to-day life. So it's a month that is very, very much inclined towards the professional area of our life. It brings a lot of probably work, a lot of commitment, and it is great because it tells us that whatever we are putting our hands into work this month will result in an expansion of abundance, an expansion of empowerment. So there's people who will probably, if they take it in the positive side of the energy, they can experience an increase in their power, an increase in their abundance, an increase also maybe in their salary or their position at work. So really a month that is calling us to look at our professional and financial aspects to bring more expansion and to bring more order as well. Relevant also to say that the 4 is a number of order and structure, the 5 is a number of the physical body, and the 8 is a number of healing and health. So definitely a month that is also calling for us to see our health and our daily habits. Where maybe do I need to bring back more discipline, or more exercise, or how do I need to take care of my own food intake? So just like realizing where in our bodies we need to bring back discipline, and we need to bring back order really to connect with our health, with our physical health. So it's like a little bit after the vacations of the 3 of July, now the 4 comes to bring us into a more structured routine and habits in our life and retake it in order to bring positive and healthy balance in our life. Also relevant to say, 8, 5, and 4 are all numbers that can bring a little bit of like control and rigidity. And the 4 is very much, and again, it's like a triple 4. So it's very much like this energy of thinking that life should be this way. You know, like life is either black or white. It's yes or no. It's my way or the highway. And remembering that this month we may feel with this composition a little extra inflexible or extra controlling. And it is actually the opposite that we are being called to do. We are being called to structure ourselves, to work on ourselves, and kind of like the energy saying, mind your own business, you know, mind your own work and personal process, rather than being super aware and controlling on what other people are doing or not doing. This is a time to look at yourself and bring order back to your own life, right? If you are feeling controlling over other people's lives in August, it probably means that you are not really taking care of your own affairs. So super important to keep in mind that the work is really on ourselves and our own projects this month. Let's talk about the weeks, what each week brings in August. And we have the first week of the month that goes from the 1st until the 7th of August. And this week we have the 4 on the crown, and we have the 8 and the 5 again. So this is really a week where we will feel a lot of movement, a lot of probably like a busy schedule. We will feel a lot of things to do on a big to-do list of things that we need to take care of. And it's really, really a week to just like roll our sleeves up and put our hands to work. Why? Because whatever we are working on this first week will bring abundance and will bring expansion of our abundance if we take it on the positive side of the vibration. Very relevant also because the 8 and the 4 are together. It is a moment to take care of our order of our physical space. So where do we need to maybe declutter some closets or some drawers or of our personal just like papers or documents? Where do we need to bring more order, since this under the energy of the 4 brings harmony, and harmony brings abundance. So all throughout the month, but especially this first week, and then it will repeat again on the 3rd week, but we'll talk about it now. Definitely take a look at your physical space and what your day-to-day space is looking as, your working space is looking like, and bringing more order, decluttering, letting go of things that no longer need to be. And this brings us to the 2nd week of August, which goes from the 8th to the 14th. And here we have the 9 and the crown. So 9, 5, and 4 is actually a very interesting combination, because whenever this happens, it means that this month, specifically the 2nd week, we can find it, but this month as a whole can bring changes or closes of cycles of our bases or our foundations. So this can mean that we can experience a change of house, a change of jobs, a change of position, you know, change in the structure that we are usually standing on. They can be transformed and maybe even removed from our lives, either temporarily or permanently this month. So super important when we have the 9 on top to know that we are called to close these cycles, that it is for the good, and to let go. You know, 5 and 9 is like letting go of expectations, letting go with peace, letting go with gratitude, because as we are letting go, we are making space for new things to come. Important and relevant to say also, whenever we have 9 and 5, we may feel like extra impulsive, even like extra controlling at times. So if you feel like you're in a space of a heightened emotional state and you feel more impulsive than usual, this 2nd week, most of all, I would say bring yourself back to your center, breathe, and being aware, you know, of your own body and where you're feeling things, cool down, and then decide. Why? Because we can become extra, again, like impulsive, and then make decisions or take steps that we cannot take back after. So being super mindful that impulsiveness is our kind of like our enemy in the 2nd week, and emotional balance is something that we are all called to practice and to fandom. Then we have the third week that goes from the 15th to the 21st of the month. And if you see, we have a double 4 and a 9 going on. Oh my God. What does this mean? Well, first of all, double 4 tells us, okay, we are in August. Remember, it's a four energy month. And by this week, you or we all have a big to-do list of things that we need to do, but we haven't really addressed. Things that we have procrastinated on or postponed. And this week is telling us time to put our hands to work and really being intentional about just like checking, crossing off the checklist, crossing off the to-do list that we have, and finishing right with the 9, ending the tasks that are still open. If you did not do your decluttering and your cleaning up your space the first week of August, I would really advise to do it this third week from the 15th to the 21st, because again, whenever we are working with the energy of the 4, the order brings harmony and harmony brings abundance. So because the 4 is double, we may be also kind of like attacked by limiting beliefs, or like, oh no, it's so hard. Oh no, it's too difficult. I'm not even going to try to do it. It's too hard. So again, what we need to do is to put our hands to work and just do it. So think about it. Don't reflect on it. Don't leave it for Monday. Just do it. Because as we do it, we are expanding our abundance, and we are just like lifting our own vibration. Yeah, just like I just want to say in this part of the decluttering, in this third week specifically, if you have that dress that you've been just like saving for whenever time, but you're not really using it, and it's been 2 years in your closet, or you have these papers and documents that are just being like stored there, but like it's been years and like really there's no need to have it, you can maybe put it in digital. This is a time to be very mindful of our space, of what we need and what we don't need, and let go, allow space for new things to enter our lives. And finally, we go to the 4th and last week of August, which runs from the 21st to the 31st of the month. And we have the 3 on the crown. So the 3 is, again, the same energy that we experienced in July. And it's a very beautiful week that brings the 3 and the 8 and the 4, and it's telling us the work continues, but right now you are called to be mindful and joyful about it. 8 and 3 specifically, when they come together, is a time where we are called to put our creative talents into play. And we are called to even use our voice to build and to create abundance. So great week, this last final week of August, for any type of negotiation, for sales, for making a presentation, anything that means using our voice and our creativity brings just like expansion of our abundance with the 8 and of our construction or building with the 4. Also remember, whenever we have the 3 and the 4 together, this tells us that this week comes to bring a moment of opportunity for having conversations. So when do I have to put order also in my emotional world? Where do I have conversations or situations that I haven't really touched on or addressed because I don't want to confront, and I've been just like putting it under the table and hoping that if I ignore it long enough, it will solve itself. So no, this week is really to have these conversations, like talk through things. And as we do this, the universe is just like backing us up so that any conversation that we have where we are putting order in our affairs and our lives will go smoothly. And I will tell you also with the 4, just like remember, it is a month where we are called to be disciplined. Laziness can very easily just like creep under and try to convince us not to do things and self-sabotage. And really, I will tell you, it is a month where we are called, all of us are called to put our hands to work, but also with the 4, which is triple this month, very important to be patient. Patience is necessary this month because the 4 tells us we are right now building foundations. We are changing the previous ways of doing things, and we are incorporating new structures in our lives. So we are not going to build the roof on the same day that we are building the foundation, right? So being patient, but being very disciplined about our projects and affairs is very recommended. So thank you everyone again for joining with me in this path of numbers and understanding the energy through numerology. Again, I'm leaving here some resources if anyone wants to know more about courses or what your energy is, what your numbers say. Definitely go out and check out numerana.mx. Again, social media, you can find me at numerana.mx. And if you are feeling called to know what your numbers are saying and what your August or your 2021 or yourself, what your numbers say and communicate, feel free to check out calendly.com and you can book a space for you. So thank you so much. I thank you all. I honor you all for being in this path together. I send you a lot of love, and may you have a beautiful and productive and constructive month of August. Bye.